Leg strength in 12 hours? The food secret doctors never told you. What if I told you that your legs didn't actually age? They just forgot how to work. That the strength you thought was gone forever could be switched back on tonight? Sounds wild? Well, let's back it up with science, and one food that might just help you feel stronger in the next 12 hours. The myth of aging legs. Most people believe their legs get weaker just because they're getting older. But here's the truth as your health doctor. Age is not the main villain. Disconnection is. What do I mean? Think of your leg muscles like an elite team of construction workers. They're still there, but the foreman, the nervous system, has lost the radio. No signal, no action. That unsteady feeling when standing up from a chair? That's not just aging, it's poor communication between your brain and muscles. What the science says. Recent neuroscience is clear. Muscle tissue remains functional even in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. If only we could restore the connection. The University of Calgary's groundbreaking study found that motor neurons, the electrical wires from brain to muscle, begin deteriorating in our 40s. But they're not dead. They're dormant. Just like Wi-Fi that's down. Not because the router's broken, but because it needs a reset. What's the reset button? Let's stop guessing and look at the data. Studies published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition and the Journal of Nutrition confirm this. A single meal containing the right amino acids, choline sources, and nitrate-rich foods can stimulate neuromuscular regeneration. And the best part? You likely have these in your kitchen already. Enter leucine, the master switch. Now here's where it gets fascinating. Of all the amino acids in your food, leucine is the most powerful trigger for rebuilding muscle communication. Why? Leucine flips on a cellular pathway known as mTOR, essentially your body's muscle-building switchboard. Think of mTOR as the green light that says, time to repair muscle. But here's the catch. Older adults need more leucine to flip that switch. That's because as we age, we develop something called anabolic resistance, meaning our bodies stop responding to protein as strongly as they used to. So, what's the fix? The morning activation protocol. Let's get practical. Tomorrow morning, try this. 2 whole eggs, rich in choline and moderate leucine. 1 scoop of whey protein isolate, the gold standard for leucine. Optional. A spoon of cottage cheese, slow digesting, leucine-rich. Why morning? Because your nervous system is most receptive to nutrient signaling early in the day, especially after sleep when acetylcholine, the brain's movement messenger, is at its lowest. This combo sends 2 key signals. 1. Reactivate the nervous system via choline from eggs. 2. Rebuild muscle fibers via leucine from whey. Real-life impact. Quick turnaround. Many of my patients notice a tangible improvement. Less leg fatigue when climbing stairs, more stability when walking, within 6 to 12 hours of trying this breakfast. That's not a placebo. It's neurology in action. And no, this isn't a one-time fix. With consistency, you can rebuild a neural network that's been asleep for years. Doctor's insight. Focus on muscle quality, not size. Here's where most people get it wrong. They think muscle weakness is about bulk. It's not. In older adults, signal quality is more important than muscle quantity. You could do leg presses for weeks, but if your nerves aren't connecting with your muscles, strength won't return. So before chasing new muscle, reignite the ones you already have. A word on timing. Let's address a common mistake: protein timing. Many seniors eat a protein-heavy dinner but skip it in the morning. That's backwards. Studies from the University of Texas show that spreading protein evenly across the day, starting at breakfast, boosts muscle protein synthesis by 25% compared to loading it all at night. If you're eating 90 grams of protein a day, don't do 10 grams at breakfast and 60 grams at dinner. Split it up, 30 grams plus 30 grams plus 30 grams. Your muscles will thank you. Pro tip: what to look for in protein powders. Not all proteins are created equal. If you're shopping for a powder, look for leucine content of at least 2.5 g per serving. Whey isolate, not concentrate. Added vitamin B6 and magnesium help with neuromuscular signaling. Brands like Transparent Labs or Naked Nutrition check those boxes without the sugar crash. Unlock your legs. How beets restore blood flow and energy in just 90 minutes. What if the reason your legs feel heavy, sluggish, or weak isn't lack of strength, but poor circulation? What if the fix wasn't a pill or a therapy, but a root vegetable? Today, we're unlocking the surprising power of beets and why they're being studied as a natural treatment for leg fatigue, vascular dementia, and more. The garden analogy: your muscles need water. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine trying to grow a lush garden, but the hose supplying water is kinked. No matter how much sunlight you give or how rich the soil is, the plants won't thrive. That's exactly what's happening inside your legs if blood flow is impaired. As we age, the arteries and capillaries in our lower body become narrower and less flexible, reducing the delivery of oxygen, nutrients, and signaling molecules. It's like watering your garden with a leaky pipe. Even if you're eating enough protein and doing some light exercise, poor circulation will sabotage your results. Meet nitric oxide, your inner vascular booster. Now let's talk science. One of the body's most powerful tools for increasing blood flow is nitric oxide. No. It's a gas your body makes naturally, and it tells your blood vessels to relax and expand. More nitric oxide, wider vessels, better circulation, stronger legs. But here's the problem. Nitric oxide production declines with age. That's why many older adults feel winded during a simple walk or experience that heavy leg feeling after standing for a while. The power of beets, backed by research. Beets are one of nature's most potent nitric oxide precursors. They're loaded with dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. A study published in the Journal of Applied Physiology, 2015, showed that adults over 60 who drank beetroot juice experienced a rapid and measurable increase in leg muscle power within just a few hours. The improvement was especially evident in fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that keep us balanced and responsive. Yes, the ones that help you avoid falls. Doctor's insight. Why this works so fast. What's fascinating is how quickly this effect kicks in. When you drink beet juice or eat raw beets, dietary nitrates enter your bloodstream, interact with enzymes in your saliva, and start converting into nitric oxide within 60 to 90 minutes. That's faster than most supplements. It's not a coincidence that endurance athletes and even astronauts are using beet supplementation to optimize physical output. The same principles apply to you, especially if you've noticed slower walking pace, fatigue climbing stairs, less stamina during everyday activities. Simple circulation protocol. Try this tomorrow. Let's make it actionable. Here's a pre-activity routine I recommend to many of my older patients who want to boost blood flow to their legs. 90 minutes before activity. Drink 250-300 ml, about 1 cup, of beetroot juice. Or eat 1 to 2 medium raw beets, sliced thin, added to a salad or smoothie. 30 minutes before activity. Engage in light dynamic movement, walking, leg swings, or even standing heel raises. Why it works. The beets prime the pump. The movement opens the gates. Together, you unlock your legs from the inside out. Nutritional tip: pair with fiber or protein. Some people worry about the natural sugars in beets. That's valid, especially for those with blood sugar concerns. You can reduce the glycemic impact by pairing beets with a source of protein, e.g., Greek yogurt, a boiled egg, or adding fiber-rich greens like arugula or spinach to your meal. This keeps blood sugar stable while still reaping the vascular benefits. Bonus: beets for your brain. Here's a side benefit most people miss. Improved blood flow in the legs often means better circulation to the brain. Several studies have explored beetroot's potential to increase blood flow to the frontal cortex, the region responsible for memory, decision-making, and mood. So yes, eating beets might help you think clearer while helping you walk steadier. Doctor's commentary: you are more adaptable than you think. The older you get, the more you hear, decline is inevitable. I couldn't disagree more. Your circulatory system responds quickly to the right inputs. I've had patients in their 70s report improved walking endurance, less leg cramping at night, better energy after meals, simply from adding beet juice to their morning routine for 2 weeks. You don't need to train like an athlete. You just need to eat like one. DIY Morning Beet Smoothie. Recipe. Want an easy way to incorporate beets without dealing with the earthy flavor? Try this recipe. Brain and blood flow booster smoothie. 1.2 raw beet, peeled and chopped. 1 2 banana. 1 scoop whey or plant protein. 1 tablespoon chia seeds. 1 cup unsweetened almond milk. Ice and blend. This tastes great, delivers your nitric oxide precursors, and pairs protein for a muscle-supporting combo. Caution. Who should be careful? Beets are generally safe, but here are a few notes. Kidney stones. Beets contain oxalates, which may increase risk in some people. Stay hydrated and moderate intake. Blood pressure meds. Beets lower blood pressure naturally, so monitor carefully to avoid excessive dips. Stool color change is common. Don't be alarmed if things look red. What's next? Inflammation and strength. Beets solve a big part of the circulation puzzle. But what about the hidden force that slowly steals your strength without warning? Next up in part 3, we'll talk about chronic inflammation, why it's the invisible enemy of leg strength, how it sabotages your nerves and muscles, and which dark leafy greens can literally turn off this internal fire from the inside out. Inflammation, the hidden culprit of weak legs, and the greens that fight back. Imagine there's a fire smoldering inside your muscles, not hot enough to cause pain, but just enough to stop your legs from ever feeling strong again. It's called chronic inflammation, and it's been quietly stealing your strength for years. The good news? You can begin to put it out with 1 bowl of greens. Inflammation, the silent saboteur. Let's talk about something most people overlook in their battle for leg strength. Chronic low-grade inflammation. This isn't the red, painful swelling you feel after an injury. That's acute inflammation, and it's usually a good thing. What we're discussing here is systemic inflammation. It lingers quietly, without obvious symptoms, and interferes with nearly every process related to mobility. It blocks muscle regeneration, weakens nerve-muscle communication, destroys mitochondrial energy production, and raises fatigue levels. Even when you're well rested, scientific insight, inflammation and muscle decline. A 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology revealed that older adults with higher levels of inflammatory markers, particularly C-reactive protein, CRP, and interleukin-6, IL-6, had significantly less muscle mass and lower strength, even if they were eating well and staying active. Translation? You could be doing everything right on the outside, but if inflammation is brewing on the inside, your legs won't respond. Nature's medicine, leafy greens. Now here's the good news. Your produce drawer may hold one of the most powerful anti-inflammatory tools we have, dark leafy greens. I'm talking about spinach, kale, mustard greens, Swiss chard, arugula. These are not just salad fillers. They are biochemical balancers loaded with compounds that deactivate inflammatory cytokines, repair damaged muscle cells, support mitochondrial function, nourish your immune system. Let's break down why they work. The heroes. Inside the greens. Dark greens contain 4 key anti-inflammatory nutrients. 1. Polyphenols, especially quercetin, found in kale and mustard greens. It blocks IL-6 and TNF-alpha, 2 inflammation drivers. 2. Chlorophyll. The green pigment helps detoxify the body and may reduce oxidative stress on muscles. 3. Magnesium. Critical for over 300 enzymatic reactions, including those that regulate nerve function and muscle relaxation. 4. Nitrates. Yes, just like in beets, greens also boost nitric oxide for circulation. A 2019 study in Frontiers in Pharmacology showed that daily intake of quercetin-rich foods reduced inflammatory markers in just 2 to 4 weeks, especially when paired with moderate physical activity. The doctor's daily protocol. Greens first thing. Here's a simple change with big payoff. Eat 1 cup of dark leafy greens with your first meal of the day. Why first thing? Because it helps regulate inflammation in sync with your circadian rhythm. your body's internal clock that governs hormonal and immune cycles. By giving your body anti-inflammatory signals early, you help calm systemic inflammation for the rest of the day. Bonus: greens for brain and balance. The benefits don't stop at your legs. Inflammation also affects cognitive function and coordination. By calming the nervous system and reducing oxidative stress, leafy greens enhance focus, memory, balance, reaction speed. One study from Neurology in 2018 found that adults who ate at least one serving of greens per day had slower cognitive decline, equivalent to being 11 years younger. So you're not just strengthening your legs, you're protecting your mind. Easy anti-inflammatory breakfasts. Let's make this practical. Here are some meals you can prepare in under 10 minutes. Sautéed spinach and eggs. 2 eggs for choline. 1 cup sautéed spinach in olive oil. Sprinkle turmeric and black pepper, more anti-inflammatory power. 2. Greens smoothie. 1 handful kale or spinach. 1 stew banana. 1 to 2 cup blueberries. 1 TBSP flaxseed. 1 cup unsweetened almond milk. 3. Warm quinoa and arugula bowl. 1 to 2 cup cooked quinoa. 1 cup fresh arugula. Drizzle of olive oil and lemon, topped with hemp seeds or sliced boiled egg. These meals fight inflammation, boost neurotransmitters, and deliver steady energy, all before noon. Nutrient absorption. Tips. Want to get the most from your greens? Here are a few doctor-recommended tweaks. Add healthy fats like olive oil or avocado to increase absorption of fat-soluble vitamins K, A, E. Use lemon juice or apple cider vinegar to enhance digestion and increase bioavailability of nutrients. Light cooking, like steaming or sautéing, can break down tough cell walls in kale and collard greens, making them easier to digest. Doctor's commentary. The energy you want is already inside you. Many of my senior patients assume that energy loss is a one-way road. But what if it's not? What if your legs are like batteries, not drained but blocked by static? By reducing inflammation, you're clearing the signal path, allowing mitochondria to function, and helping muscles contract and fire more efficiently. And the biggest impact often comes from the simplest ingredients. Caution: oxalates and thyroid. A quick heads up: if you have kidney stone risk, rotate your greens. Don't only eat spinach. For thyroid issues, lightly cook goitrogenic greens like kale and collards to deactivate compounds that interfere with thyroid hormones. Compound benefits: nutrition as a signal. Here's the real transformation. When you eat the right foods, they don't just feed you, they tell your body what to do. Dark leafy greens act as molecular instructions. They say, "We're safe. You can stop the inflammatory alert. Now heal." That's powerful. That's biology working with you. What's next? Meal timing and the 12-hour muscle reset. So far, we've talked about rewiring your nervous system with leucine and choline, flooding your legs with circulation through beets, quelling the fire of inflammation with dark leafy greens. But how do you bring it all together? In Part 4, we'll explore the final missing piece: meal timing. We'll uncover why your muscles respond best at certain times of day, the anabolic window, and how to use it, why your biggest protein hit might be wasted if it's at dinner, and how a small breakfast shift can supercharge strength, energy, and longevity. The 12-hour muscle reset. Timing your meals to unlock leg strength. You've been told just eat more protein. But what if the real key to stronger legs was not just what you eat, but when? Imagine being able to activate muscle repair while you sleep, or doubling the effects of a simple walk with a well-timed snack. This is the science of meal timing, and it could change everything. The clock inside your muscles. Our bodies run on a 24-hour clock known as the circadian rhythm. This rhythm doesn't just regulate sleep, it also controls when your muscles are most receptive to nutrition, when your hormones spike, and even when inflammation is most active. Here's the takeaway: eating the right foods at the wrong time can dramatically reduce their effectiveness. Let's bring this closer to home. Have you ever eaten a big protein dinner, yet still felt weak or stiff the next day? You may have hit your protein target, but missed your window of opportunity. What is muscle protein synthesis? MPS. When you consume protein, especially high-quality protein rich in leucine. It triggers a process called muscle protein synthesis. This is how your body repairs and grows muscle tissue. But here's the catch. As we age, our MPS response becomes weaker, a condition called anabolic resistance. This means the same protein dose has less impact in older adults. You need more precise timing and distribution to get the same benefit. Why most people eat backward. The standard eating pattern for many people looks like this: light breakfast, coffee, maybe toast, moderate lunch, heavy dinner, often the largest protein meal. But that pattern is working against your muscle repair system. A pivotal 2014 study from the University of Texas found that people who spread protein evenly across breakfast, lunch, and dinner had 25% higher MPS rates than those who ate most of their protein at dinner. Think of it like watering a plant. You can't just dump all the water at night and expect it to thrive. You have to nourish consistently throughout the day. The anabolic window. Myth or opportunity? You may have heard of the anabolic window, a short period after exercise where your muscles absorb nutrients more efficiently. While newer science suggests this window is wider than once thought, it still matters, especially for seniors. Within 30-60 minutes of light activity, like walking or stretching, your body is primed to pull in amino acids, rebuild muscle fibers, restore nerve signaling. Miss this window, and your recovery may take longer, or stall altogether. Doctor's meal timing blueprint. Let's tie it all together with a day-long strength-boosting plan. This isn't complicated. It's practical and doable. Morning within 60 minutes of waking. 2 whole eggs, choline for nervous system. Whey protein shake, 2.5 g leucine minimum. 1 cup dark leafy greens sautéed or blended. Optional, add beetroot juice or raw beets. Why it works. Activates neuromuscular pathways, boosts nitric oxide, primes blood flow, and provides anti-inflammatory nutrients when your system is most responsive. Mid-morning to lunch, post-activity meal. After 20-30 minutes of walking, light stretching, or resistance band work, have protein plus complex carbs. Examples: smoothie with protein, banana, flaxseed. Quinoa bowl with beans and greens. Cottage cheese with fruit and oats. Why it works? Reinforces movement-triggered MPS, prevents catabolism, and stabilizes blood sugar and energy. Dinner, lighter but strategic. 30-40 gram of quality protein, but not stacked on top of prior meals. Focus on lean meats, legumes, or tofu, cooked greens, kale, chard, arugula, anti-inflammatory spices, turmeric, garlic, olive oil or avocado, healthy fats. Why it works? You're signaling the body to maintain strength without overwhelming digestion. Also helps regulate overnight recovery without excess. Why you shouldn't stack protein at night. Contrary to fitness lore, more is not better, especially at once. Your muscles can only use about 30-40 grams of protein per meal for repair. Excess gets stored or oxidized, especially in older adults. So, piling on protein late in the day wastes resources and may even lead to unnecessary weight gain or digestive issues. The better strategy is front-loading your recovery nutrients and supporting with smaller, consistent doses throughout the day. Evening strategy. Support recovery overnight. Don't forget, your body does most of its deep repair work while you sleep. A small pre-bed snack with slow-digesting protein, like cottage cheese or casein, can continue to feed your muscles while you rest. Pair with a magnesium-rich food, pumpkin seeds, dark chocolate, to help with muscle relaxation and deeper sleep. Doctor's commentary. Strength is about signaling, not straining. Most people think getting stronger means lifting more, doing more, or eating more. But the reality is, getting stronger is about communicating better with your body. If your cells don't get the right message at the right time, nothing changes. The leg strength reset protocol we've discussed across these 4 videos is not about force. It's about intelligent nutrition and timing. Summary: the 6 core concepts, in plain English. Let's wrap with the key takeaways. 1. Muscle weakness in aging is often a disconnection issue, not loss of tissue. 2. Leucine triggers muscle repair through mTOR signaling. 3. Choline, especially from eggs, supports neuromuscular communication. 4. Beets increase blood flow by boosting nitric oxide levels within hours. 5. Dark leafy greens reduce chronic inflammation that blocks muscle regeneration. 6. Meal timing, especially around light activity, enhances nutrient absorption and activation. Each of these steps may seem small on their own, but together, they form a physiological reset switch for your legs, brain, and energy. One simple action you can take tomorrow. Want to start simple? Tomorrow morning, drink a beet smoothie with whey protein and greens. Go for a 15-minute walk. Then have 2 whole eggs with sautéed spinach. Give your body 12 hours. And pay attention. You might find your steps feel steadier, your posture stronger, and your confidence starting to return. Because strength isn't gone. It's just waiting for the right signal.